We're back today with another race in WOR, and this is the 6th round of the season then of this Tier 5 on Xbox. We're here for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, and this then is our best qualifying lap. And I was quite hopeful here of a good result. We've had some good results so far then. Obviously we've had every result that we've finished so far, we've been in the top 5 I believe, and yeah, well, obviously we won in Canada a couple of rounds ago, so I was hopeful that we could keep this form going. This is a track that I usually enjoy as well, and yeah, as you can see, this is just the one race day because this is a very good race and that we've got coming up for you, and so the next one as well in fact. So I have been doing these sort of 2 or 3 at a time, but yeah, these next two, they're just going to be one race for each one because they're both very good races and a lot of action going on in both of these. So yeah, hope you look forward to that then, and yeah, hopefully these will live up to the hype for you then, because I do think these are both very good races. And as you can see, we're quite level here with our previous best time here. I actually lost a bit there but then gained it back. Our teammate is right up there as well then, so we'll be hoping for a good quality result for the both of us here then as we exit the final couple of corners now then, gaining some time now, a 10.5 up, and we improve up to 3rd then with that run, with Limpjet on pole and Amazed in 2nd, and then quite a gap back to us there in 3rd with Matt in 4th, Chris 5th, and our teammate Levy then was in 6th. Other championship contenders there, Liam in 8th and Alex only 12th, so yeah, it's quite interesting there then, a bit of a spread throughout the field then of the title contenders. And yeah, it's going to make yeah, it should well shape it up to be quite an exciting race then. The strategy here then is going to be soft to medium. I believe the tyres here are always the hardest ones, so looking after them isn't too much of a struggle here, so yeah, we should be able to do that then quite easily. I wasn't really sure what to do on fuel because I didn't really practice that beforehand. As we're going back to the grid now then, and we're doing a nice replica here of the BBC F1 2009 intro there, but we're lining up on the grid now then. Hopefully should be on for a go result here then if we can maintain our position here as we line up now then on the grid, and the lights are coming on now. And we are away here then at Silverstone, and it was a very good start there from Amazed in 2nd. We haven't had the best start there. We're nowhere near the front two, but we weren't really threatened from behind either, so we're able to just slot in here to 3rd place. Sort of having a little bit of a look there into turn 3, but we were never really close enough there. There's a brief yellow flag, and sadly that was for Levy there, who ran off the track and has fallen to the back of the field there, so yeah, that's a shame for him. For us though, we're going to see if we can try and stick with the front two if we can, but I mean their qualifying laps were very strong. We were nearly half a second off pole, and it was only Amazed who was anywhere near Limpjet, so yeah, we could have our work cut out here to stick with them if their race pace is anything like their qualifying pace. And we can already see they're starting to build up a bit of a gap here. We're already a second and behind the leader, and yeah, 7/10 behind Amazed here as we're running through Cop's corner now then, and yeah, running a bit wide there. On to lap 3 now, where you can see they've already built up a 2-second lead here. And for us, we've got a little bit of a train here behind us only with Matt and Chris and probably a couple of others here then. Matt will have DRS here then, and up towards Stowe corner it looks like he's going to get it done then. And we didn't fight that one too hard. I guess just at this point we just want to be trying to well, obviously we don't want to be taking too much out of the tyres and losing too much time here, so I sort of just didn't fight that one too hard then. Sort of was interested to see what his pace was like, see if we could sort of go with him a bit and see if he could sort of drag us back up towards the leaders a little bit and see if that would be the case, but it didn't really look like it. It looked like we were quite similar here on pace, but I think just because of the DRS zones here, it's quite easy to end up just sort of passing and repassing each other when you're sort of quite similar pace, as we see then that we did repass him. And up at the front it looks like in fact Amazed and Limpjet are actually doing the same thing there then, because they are already trading positions up at the front as well then, and they've still got a comfortable 2-second lead over us then, so they're looking already quite comfortable there up as the front two here. But yeah, it's looking like this battle here then between me and Matt and potentially Chris as well here is just going to go on and on here then It's just one of us is picking up the DRS and the slipstream, and then it's the next person's turn the next time round. And yeah, now then Matt is back ahead. Obviously we're trying to watch out for our ERS as well. We don't want to use up too much too quickly here. And yeah, we skipped to lap 7 now then, where it looks like Matt may just about have this one covered on this lap. So yeah, we're just going to have to slot in behind him here then. As in fact we've already got then, well, we've got a penalty for Matt there, and then also Maze is in quite early there for his pit stop, so potentially going for a little bit of an undercut there. But yeah, we'll see how that works out then. Obviously if there's a safety car now on this lap, that could work out, that wouldn't work out well for him at all then. As we head round turn 1 and Matt has spun there, yeah, to get in front of us, and we had to go on the grass there to avoid him, but thankfully we did, and we're up into second place. But yeah, once again then, sadly for Matt, from a podium position he has spun there, and yeah, that's going to have cost him quite a bit of time. And we're up to second now then, obviously with Amazed having pit as well there. Chris is now quite close to the back with then, because we don't have the DRS here, but we're just about staying ahead there. Nomad retired from the race, and I tried to predict a safety car here and dived into the pit lane, but it's not looking like we're going to get one then. Chris has also followed us into the pit lane here then, but it looks like Limpjet has stayed out, so has Deer Hunter there, and Liam and Alex, and quite a lot of others in fact. Peanut's also in behind us then, but I think it's just us three then at the moment that are coming in. But we can take mediums to the end from here, no problem, so that's not really a big issue here. What is though is that, well, an unsafe release for the Alfa Romeo team, and Chris is out in front of us there, so that's not worked out well for us at all there then. Obviously we are still ahead of Peanut, but we were a few seconds ahead of him anyway. And we exit the pits now then in 11th position, but obviously not many people have pitted yet. There goes Rossi. I'm not sure if he's pitted yet. He may have come in a lot earlier and done a bit of an undercut there, I'm not quite sure, but he's ahead of us at the moment then. And Amazed obviously is a few seconds at the road, having already pitted on the previous lap here. We're going to have DRS here then on Chris, so we may have a chance here of getting the overtake done. We're looking towards the inside then into Brooklands. We've gone for on the brakes here, and we're side by side then heading through left field now. We're on the outside line. We'll see if we can hang on to this then, and well, we're still neck and neck then, but we've had a good exit there. We're using some more of our overtake here, and it looks like we've done just about enough here then, and we are back ahead of Chris then and up into 11th position, and hopefully we can go after Rossi now then. He has got a penalty, so that's not too much of a concern for us then, but it would still be nice to catch up to him then and get ahead if we can. Obviously though, we're going to be looking behind us here though, because heading into another DRS zone, so that's going to really put Chris on the back of us once again then. I'm going to try and break the slipstream if we can, but yeah, it doesn't work out then, and Chris is going to go back through, so we may just have to try and work together here then and try and just not battle each other too much then, and make sure that we just continue to keep some good pace here then, so that we don't lose out to any of the other people then that are potentially in this podium fight. Some more cars are in the pits now then. Matt's in, and yeah, Deer Hunter's in, and in fact he has jumped both of us then, so that's not worked out well for us at all then. We've been undercut and overcut in this race pretty much, it's looking like. And yeah, we're still down in 11th position at the moment then, with obviously some cars still to pit, some cars start outside the top 10 and they were on medium, so they'll be going over to softs a bit later on. But yeah, still gonna have to watch out for them then when that does happen. And we don't want to be stuck in a train too much here then, because yeah, that's looking like that could potentially be the case here. On to lap 14 now, where we're still running in 10th position here then, with not many cars yet having yet pit. We're seeing here though Chris trying to pass Ross, and he's lost it there. They had a little bit of contact and Chris has slid out there, and that moves up a position then, as we see then Jet and Amaze are still having that battle up at the front. Well, was effectively the race leader, I should say. We've got, I believe it's Liam in the pits now then, and he's on to soft tyres now then, so we'll have to watch out for him. But yeah, we're still in behind here, Rossi and Deer Hunter, and we want to try and pass them quite quickly if we can. In fact, Deer Hunter has gone wider in turn 3, and that's going to put Rossi onto the back of him, so if he can get through them, maybe we'll have a chance as well then. We're going to have DRS then on this lap. So is Rossi. One of the good things about being sort of sat behind these guys was that I was able to sort of save a bit of ERS when I knew that I wasn't going to be able to overtake. So yeah, I was able to use a bit there. And we're side by side then, around left field now. We'll see if we can try and get a good exit like we did before, but it looks like he is slightly further ahead compared to when we were battling with Chris before. So yeah, Rossi maintains his position, and then we'll have to try and find another way through here then, and see if we can just try and follow through Maggots and Beckett's here then, and yeah, get a good run then down the hangar straight towards Stowe. Obviously he's still very close behind Deer Hunter as well, so he's going to have DRS on him as well potentially. I think we could be a bit too far back to catch Deer Hunter as well here then, so we may just have to wait for Rossi to make the move and then wait for the opportunity for us as well here. But yeah, Deer Hunter very slow there. I think he was out of ERS there potentially because his red light is flashing. Rossi's gone through. We're now going to go for it then into Vale, and it looks like we've done it then, and we're up into 7th position then, still right behind Rossi as well there, so we haven't really lost anything in that. So yeah, that's very good for us there then, as AVS Fan is in the pits now then. I believe it's actually just Alex now then who is yet to pit, so we are in a net 5th. In fact no, there is the other Ferrari to pit as well then, of I believe Ben, I think. So yeah, both of them still to pit, so we are in a net 4th place at the moment, but obviously we have to watch out for some cars coming back into it now then on fresh soft tyres. We should get a good run here then on Rossi towards Brooklands, because he doesn't have DRS and we do. We're up the inside and we're up into 5th position, but now it's just going to be a case of if we can hang on to this then and try and pull away if at all possible. Obviously the race win is well out of reach now then. Limpjet 11 seconds clear of us. It looks like Amaze is also out of it then, because he's dropped a few seconds back and has a penalty there. So yeah, Ben's in the pits now then, so that moves us up into 4th place, and yeah, Rossi is now well still on the back of us then, and it looks like he may well have a chance now then of overtaking us down the hangar straight here. But yeah, we've got quite a few cars here then waiting to overtake us. We've got Deer Hunter there as well, so Liam, he's on the fresh soft tyres here, and yeah, we're doing just about enough here to hold off Rossi, but he may well now have the inside line into Vale. We brake very late though, so we may well have done just enough here then to keep him behind us, and well, it's going to be 3rd place then, so we've managed to recover it so far, but obviously now we're going to have a lot of defending to do, especially as we've got both Liam and Alex now then on fresh soft tyres, and they're going to join in this fight, and yeah, they will very much be on the attack, and yeah, very quick in these final few laps here, as yeah, we're going around the turns 4 and 5 now then, and yeah, we're going to be under threat once again in this DRS zone, I think. Obviously good news for us is that Rossi has a penalty out, so that's probably one less person that we have to worry about here. And in fact there's actually contact there behind with Liam and Deer Hunter. I think they've both gone out there, and that's well, they've both lost quite a lot of time, and I think probably both had damage there, so that's another 2 people that we don't have to worry about then. So it's probably going to be just Rossi and then potentially Alex at this point then, because Chris is looking like he doesn't have the pace at the moment then. He's 2.5 seconds behind, as Rossi now then passes again into Stowe, and this battle is just going to go on and on here, I think. On to lap 19, where we're once again very close then through Maggots and Beckett's, and this time it'll be us with the chance then with the DRS, so yeah, we should have a good chance then of retaking this position. But it's just, the thing is, you can't pull away just because, you know, before you know it there's another DRS zone, and that allows the car behind to just catch you back up again, and that was just what was keeping us all so close together here then, and making sure there were quite a lot of overtakes in this race, because I think we were all quite evenly matched as well in terms of pace here. Rossi then is going to come back at us again here then on lap 21 now, and we're going to defend this inside line, and it's going to be very close here then, but I think we've done just about enough here then to maintain our position and stay in 3rd. We're going to have to cover the inside line again here into Vale, but it looks like we've done enough there and we stay in 3rd position. But yeah, Alex is at the fastest lap here then, and we're going to see now then he is very much in this fight as well now, as Rossi is on the attack of us, but Alex is on the attack of both of us here then. He's going to pass Rossi, and he's not quite there into Stowe, but I did leave space there because I thought he may well have gone for it there, but we've done just enough then for the time being to stay ahead. And yeah, it's going to be a very tense now final 4 laps here, as yeah, Alex is now on the attack then with those soft tyres, but to be fair, he has been on them for a few laps now, so they are going to start going off quite soon, and he goes through now then, and we'll just have to see if we can stick with him if we can, and hope that his tyres do go off here then, because obviously the soft tyres, they are going to drop off quicker than the mediums, even though we have been on ours for quite a lot longer. And yeah, this is what I was saying, you just can't pull away here because of just how many DRS zones there are. I think to be fair there are only 2 now because they don't have the pit straight one, but still they come around very quickly, and yeah, we were back at the inside then into Stowe, banging wheels there, and it looks like he's done, well, he's on the inside line here, so he's going to be able to maintain that position here then into Vale. But yeah, it's certainly not over then. We've got, it looks like just about enough pace here then to stick with him, and yeah, we're going to continue to attack then in these final couple of laps. And yeah, the soft tyres are going to be dropping off then all the while there as we head down the hanger straight now then, and this is going to be a very straightforward overtake then towards Stowe here then. But it's all really going to come down to this final lap then, I think, and we've just got to be careful now then with how much of our ERS we actually use here then, as we skip on to the penultimate lap now then. And Alex is quite a way back here then, so we may well have this covered here then. We do actually go a bit defensive here then, to just to make sure he doesn't go for it on the inside line, and it looks like we've done enough there to cover it. But yeah, this is going to be a very tense final lap here then. We're trying to just save as much ERS as we can. We don't want to be on it at all if we can't, well, if it's not going to be of any benefit to us, because we just want to just be able to unload as much of it as possible then right at the end in that final DRS. And I think just to try and either stay ahead or get back at it, it's depending on how the rest of this lap goes then. Nothing happening so far then. I think it's all just going to kick off once we reach the DRS zones here, as Rexington then turns 4 and 5 here, and we'll see if we can get a good drive if we can. Alex so only 3 tenths behind, so he's going to have a good run here with the DRS. We're using a bit of our overtake here then just to try and stay ahead if we can, but no, he's gone for it out the inside. We're going to be side by side here through Brooklands and Luffield. We're on the inside line for Luffield now. We're going to try and run it a little bit wide here then, just to try and hurt his line a little bit, but it looks like we've done just about enough. But he's still going to have a good drive here, so we'll just cover the inside line here into Cop's corner, because it'll be very hard for him to overtake running outside. And yeah, we just managed to keep our foot in it there on the inside and managed to maintain a position for the time being. But he's still all over the backwards then towards Maggots and Beckett, so we're going to have our work cut out here if we're going to keep him behind down the hanger straight. But yeah, we've saved up a little bit of our battery, so we're just going to use whatever we've got left now then, just go with as much power as we can down this straight. We're covering the inside line here. It's going to be hard for him to go around outside here, so yeah, we managed to cover that well then, but we're just going to have to stick to the inside line now as well for Vale. He's going to go for it, as we are very late there on the brakes. We almost lose it, because I thought he was going to dive for the inside line there, so I was very late on the brakes, but thankfully just about managed to recover it there, and we do cross line then for 3rd place. And yeah, that was a very energetic final few laps there then, and yeah, I was very happy to have held on to that one then, because yeah, it was just a lot of very close battle in there. I don't think I was ever more than a second away from another car for pretty much the entire race there, but in those final few laps it was just overtaking galore really. Once, you know, it was clear that, you know, a podium place was up for grabs there, and yeah, we managed to just about come out on top then, so that was good for us there. There are the final results then. Limpjet becomes the first repeat winner of this season. We had 5 winners from the first 5 races, but he's the first person to win a second race then. Amazed in 2nd, we were in 3rd, and we end Alex's podium streak there, and he finishes in 4th with Chris in 5th, Deer Hunter 6th, Rossi, Ben, ABS Fan, and I thought Levy had the final point there in 10th, but I believe Matt had a penalty removed, so he actually got it there. So yeah, my teammate just missing out there sadly. In the championship standings then, it's still Alex who leads the way then, but his gap has been cut down to 9 points then, thanks to that win for Limpjet there. We stay in 3rd place then. We've leapfrogged Liam, but we've been overtaken by Jet there, so yeah, we stay in 3rd with 17 points off the lead. So yeah, that was good for us there to get a few points back on Alex there. That was particularly crucial, of course, to, you know, help us out there in the championship. Amazing, already up into 5th place then with those 2 podiums, and then yeah, already starting to see then sort of after that then it's a bit of a gap back now then to Chris, Peanut, Deer Hunter, and yeah, ABS Fan and Callum then rounding out the top 10. But I mean, even Callum was very close to a race win before, so you know, there's still so many drivers in this league who could, you know, still be, you know, right up there as we head into this second half of the season. So yeah, that is it for this one, and hope you enjoyed it. If you did, really appreciate a like on the video, and I'll see you next time then for what is going to be yet another action-packed Grand Prix.